Welcome to Outside the Movies. So, Rachel, what movie did we see?
We saw Mother.
Mother. What did you think of Mother?
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah. We're going to get in a better spot.
Yeah.
Because we keep doing these on Friday nights, stupidly.
There's much to discuss.
Yeah. There's too many people. So.
People seeing movies that are not Mother, which is crazy.
Well, and then the people that did see Mother with us fucking hated it, and it was so great.
That made me love it more.
It was pretty great how much they hated it. Let's see, what's the lights like here? That's better.
That's better.
At least you can see us.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll put this water bottle down. All right, so
No.
tell me about Mother. I guess we're not going to do spoilers, but
No, we're not doing spoilers.
Tell me about Mother.
Well, okay, so I guess, the things that people have heard, right, that I was questioning going into it is everybody said that people were walking out at the end because it was so horrific. I can see what they're talking about now.
Sure.
But, I think that it's important to say that it wasn't what I thought that was going to be. So I don't think that it was horrific.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I guess it was horrific, but, if
But
people,
it's absurd. The whole thing is an absurd comedy.
If people are walking out at the horrific part, that means that they're leaving 5 minutes before the movie's over.
Yeah.
So I don't really buy that. I
don't buy that either.
I think people were just walking out.
Nobody walked out in our screening.
Yeah, nobody walked out in our screening.
Yeah.
I think it's important to say that I think mainly why people were walking out is probably just because
they're just why am I watching this?
They don't like the storytelling.
Yeah, maybe they don't understand. It's definitely a thinking movie.
Well, I don't want to.
Sorry, we're having problems.
Well, I don't want to act like. It's just I wouldn't even say that. It's a different storytelling method.
But it reminds me of theater.
Well, no, okay, see, the movie is not plot driven at all.
No.
It's a thematic.
It's very metaphorical.
It's a thematic storytelling that.
But it's intriguing.
If you've seen 8.5 or something it's exactly like that. Okay, everything stands for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's very metaphorical, like you said.
Yeah.
And so, if you're watching it for a plot, most people watch movies, then you're gonna be like, well, I think people that watch Marvel movies need to see this movie because
then they can learn what a movie.
Well,
should
no.
be like.
I think it's directed at them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's directed at them, and
they wouldn't understand.
And I love Star Wars.
Of course,
but it is directed at Star Wars
fans. I think it's directed at
it's directed
at
fandom.
Yeah, fandom, and just kind of where we are with movies right now. And so I think as filmmakers, because so far all of the filmmakers I know have loved it. Well, Shelby. Is Shelby watching?
I don't think Shelby's watching
yet.
Oh,
man. But yeah, it's great. Oh my god, and the sound design.
Sound design.
Oh my gosh, I think that may have been my favorite part. I just loved the sound. I thought it was phenomenal.
That was interesting.
Yeah. And all the acting was just sensational.
Yeah, Ed Harris is in it, and of course, as soon as you see Ed Harris in a movie, you're like, oh. Fuck, shit's about to go sideways.
Yeah.
That's of course. As soon as you see him, it's like things are about to be real bad.
Yeah.
So and he didn't disappoint.
Yeah, no. And then Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Good lord, she's amazing. That was really funny.
Well, but the principal cast. So Javier Bardem.
He's always great.
He's always great.
Yeah.
And he's playing a role that I think most people are going to be they don't like him because the character is so stupid, but he's
he does it so well.
It's not that he's stupid. It's that
he's a representation of something. Yeah, that's the thing. Is if you look at all these people as real, all the events in it as real, then you're not getting it.
Well, then you're not watching the movie the way it's supposed to be
everything
watched.
Is a representation. So it's if you like literature, if you like reading symbolism and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna like this.
I liked
which I do. I love symbolism.
I liked now I just forgot her name completely.
Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Law. J-Law in it, I thought was really interesting. They kept the camera really on her,
close to her,
on her, almost the entire movie.
To the point where I thought maybe if we sat a little too close for that, actually.
Right. We maybe should have sat two rows back, maybe.
It's a little
because it's a little jarring how it's doing this. It's doing this the whole time with her. You know, so you're like a little
You're journeying with her.
yeah, so you're a little like disoriented
if
you're close to it. Yeah, I got used to it too. The house,
she was great. Oh, the house. I mean,
the house was great.
I'm a big fan of
You're
houses as characters.
You're a big fan of House, the show.
No, well, that's fine. First 3 seasons. Anyway, no, I like.
Seen it.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
No, houses as characters. I'm really into,
Yeah.
and I thought that the house itself was just really atmospheric. I mean, I thought the production design was just beautiful on it.
It was great.
Yeah, no, I mean, what's not to love? I don't think they went too far with it.
It definitely had like some Noah stuff going on in there towards the end with the amount of people that were getting crammed into a space.
Yeah,
that felt very Noah-ish. Although I don't think very many people like Noah either.
I love Noah,
but
well, I like Darren Aronofsky, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot to talk about, but I think we
would spoil all of it if we talked about it.
You have to mention specifics.
I think for this it's important to kind of address what the media has been saying, like the big things.
Did you? I don't know anything about what anybody's. I purposely cut myself off. So you be the introduction to this.
So everybody has been saying, obviously, that there's extreme horror in the film, which we've mentioned earlier that it's absurd. It's absurd horror. So it's not like, I feel like anything goes when it comes to absurdity because it's not serious. It's not being taken seriously.
Yeah.
And when it's a metaphor, I feel like you can get away with a lot more.
Right.
So don't let that discourage you. I was really worried going into it because if you saw our It review, I really hate dismemberment. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that kind of gore. What else were they saying? Oh yeah, people were saying if you're not laughing at this movie, then you're not watching it the right way. That makes sense now. It's absurd. It's just absurd. It's great. What else were they saying about it? I don't know why people hate it.
Or about this movie?
About the movie.
What else were they saying about it, Rachel?
I mean, they're saying you're either going to love it or hate it, but I think the only reason you would hate it is if you just don't get it. That's what I think. But
if you don't buy into the premise immediately, I guess is what you're saying. Yeah. Then you're not going to be satisfied by the end of it. You're just going to go, what the fuck was that? And that's it.
Like, why did I just waste my time
Which,
on it?
I get.
I get that too.
I mean, I get that if
it just doesn't
if you don't buy into it
Yeah.
at the beginning, or if you don't like that kind of storytelling, then I can understand you just being like, oh, well, fuck this. But, as an alternative kind of thing, and also, if you like that, that Fellini kind of stuff or whatever, then you'll love it.
I want to talk to somebody
movie,
in person
this movie,
that hated it.
You want to talk to somebody that hated it?
Yeah.
Well, we should have stopped somebody that was in our theater because everyone else.
Is there anybody talking?
Nobody's talking right now.
Nobody. I want to see if there is anybody watching who's hated it.
I don't know.
Because I want to know why. I want to hear. No, this movie. I want to hear from them why that they hated it. Your mother hated it. I wish.
Yeah, she hated
I wish
it.
we could ask her.
I mean, I'm sure she would just say that it was. Well, she's one of the people that wouldn't buy into the storytelling.
There was somebody
technique
there was someone in our theater who exclaimed at the end of it, "That movie was so stupid!" And
right.
So maybe that's
which again,
I
can get that if you don't buy into the storytelling technique at the beginning, then you're like, where's the plot? And I can get that.
Yeah. Well, what else? I mean, could you say about this without
spoiling a lot?
Yeah, because pretty much it's.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
Talk about.
Did you see a trailer for this movie?
Yeah, I did, but I would never have picked up on anything from it.
Okay, so, what was the trailer like?
It just looked like an average horror movie.
Okay, so that's how it was built.
Yeah, it was horror.
Okay, so now I know why people were pissed off. Because the marketing was false. It was fake.
I think. I mean, and granted, I watched it a long time ago, so maybe I'm wrong, but I read it at the time.
But I'm really not doubting that they tried to bill it as a horror movie
because have to fit into certain slots as far as advertising goes.
Yes, because you want people to come see the movie.
Right. And then people get mad when it's advertised differently.
The same thing happened with Drive. Everybody got really pissed off because they thought it was going to be a heist movie.
Right.
And then it's Drive.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Again, you're trying to fool people into going to see this thing, but
that's not necessarily ethical.
But it's not ethical. It's not the right move. And I mean, you just ended up having a bunch of people come to the movie and go, fuck this, and they might not ever go see another...
Right.
Like, I mean... take a chance on a movie like that again.
Our theater... We were in the worst screen in the whole theater.
We were in the one next to the arcade.
I have all the theater screens memorized.
You could hear people playing Dance Dance Revolution and they're going, "Oh man!" while you're trying to watch the movie. That was really fun.
We had to come see it before it left because we knew that it was
right. It was on the way out.
So yes, its days are numbered.
It's on screen 7 at the Parody, so it's on its way out.
Yeah, go see it. It's really worth it.
Yeah.
Because I would hate. Because the ticket sales are so low that they couldn't make things like that anymore. Because that was great.
Yeah, I wonder how much it's made. I don't know,
but
I'm curious.
I feel like I would go see it.
I know Darren Aronofsky's really pissed off about people's negative reaction to it, and basically him saying that people don't get it. But I feel like if you're the filmmaker, maybe you shouldn't say that because it comes across as really petty. Well, I'm not saying people don't get it. I'm just saying like people aren't buying into a thing.
Sure.
Because it sounds very elitist to say you don't get this, and I don't think that's accurate either.
Maybe they aren't seeing the extra layer.
I mean, they're just people are conditioned to watch a movie in a certain way. And then if you present it in this weird way that not very many movies are made that way, then it's not like you don't get it.
Well,
it's
like
how
would you explain it then?
It's a different way of storytelling, and if you don't buy into it at the beginning, then you're not.
Well, what do you mean by buy into it though?
If you don't
accept it,
if you don't,
this is the way it's going to be told.
If you don't accept the world that you're in, which. Like most comedies, you have to accept the world that it's in too, because people are stupid in most comedy movies.
Right, that's true.
People are hyper dumb.
I usually don't accept those worlds. I don't like them.
Somebody's stupid car alarm's going off. Hold on. All right. So yeah, it's the same thing with comedies. Like people are very dumb.
So that makes sense because when I see those worlds, I'm like, I don't like this. Like I'm not going to buy into that.
Right, and a lot of people don't like comedies because of the fact that everybody's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, and it's like why waste your time on
that? But see, I'm
one of those people.
But you could say the same thing about this kind of movie.
Right, that makes sense.
You could say the same thing about this kind of movie and say why are people so stupid? And it's because it's trying to make making a bigger point at the expense of the plot and the characters. The characters are all just representing individual things.
Right.
So
maybe it's just taste. I think it's a new way of watching a film.
Well, it's not new.
It's not new.
It's not new at all. It's been these kind of movies have been made for 70 years.
Generation, probably.
Yeah, a lot of people that are watching that movie, Mother, haven't seen any of those other kinds of movies because a lot of them don't get made.
And I think expectations has a lot to do with it as well.
And again, advertising, like always, ends up coloring people's expectations of a movie.
So I mean, I understand why he's upset because that was just a really brilliant film, and I mean, I think that later on it's going to live on, but I think
probably.
that
I think you'll end up hearing that being like
a cult movie
I think you'll end up hearing that like filmmakers and other creative types will have watched this movie and they'll list it as like some sort of inspiration later on for their stuff.
So Darren Aronofsky, have hope. It may have failed at the box office, but we think that it will live on. Maybe it didn't fail. I don't know.
No idea.
We didn't look it up.
We don't have the numbers in front of us. We forgot our spreadsheets.
We just know that everybody's been complaining about it.
Yeah, everybody's been pissed off about it. So,
but we think it will live on.
So go see Mother if you are into that kind of thing, and if you're not, then don't go see it because you'll just be disappointed and pissed off.
Maybe just angry. I mean, maybe
some people get violently angry at this sort of stuff
because they recognize that like a certain group of people is under attack in the film. I mean, it's fandom.
Sure.
Maybe they're just mad. They're like, that's not me.
Maybe.
It could be a lot of things. I don't know.
Maybe some people think that.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the plot and turn this off, and
we're gonna talk about the plot.
No, we're gonna turn it off, and you and I are gonna talk about.
Oh, okay. We're gonna talk about it separately.
Yeah, the spoilers.
Yeah.
There's the moon. There's the moon to take us out. That's the moon right there. Oh.